Alrighty, and cuckoo ka-choo to you and all my nobody's not watching out there. Let's just, move on from here. I don't really know how well or how well not. We'll see how that works out. I don't know. So, we got them doing their thing, and hopefully it'll work out, okay? I guess. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, is it? But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? You're always being watched.
Always watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly as with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. Yeah, no, she just chills and then people come and talk to her and she deals with it. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. But now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and I sit in one next to her own. Oh, music change. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Could you? Is that what you were reading? I don't know. I was just sort of like, so what is going on in my life right now? I'm asking Monica, who I don't like and I am enemies with, to go talk to my best friend who is acting all weird and won't open up to me and is doing this weird eraser thing. Things are not going according to the normalcy of my life, so... But this seems to be the best course of action, and also it's not like I have a choice, so whatever. Alone with my thoughts? How are you able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. It's like, no, it was just more like, well, I hope that goes well. I don't know how it'll turn out. What do you do here? Not that I was staring or anything. Stalker. No, you're fine. But I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. That is a good line. Very logical, very pragmatic and thoughtful and emotionally intelligent. Your troubles are only the concern of those who are willing to share in that concern. And that you willingly share with, I guess, would be a parentheses, but yeah, whatever. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. See that? Oh, see, she's growing! Oh, it's really not that big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little bit off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. That's one thing that always bothers me. It's like, motherfucker, I've known you for way too long to... Like, don't tell me you're fine. Be like, oh, I just have a headache, or there's this or that. Like, you can give me some sort of small reason that it's actually a thing and I'm reading too much into it. But don't, like, tell me that everything's perfectly fine and nothing's wrong. Just be like, I don't really want to talk about it. Or I don't want to talk about it with you. Or I don't know what I would even say about it if I did want to talk about it. And it's like, okay, you take your time to process, but just know that I care and I noticed. I'm here for you if you want it. But don't tell me nothing's wrong, because that's just going to bother me, because now I feel like I've been lied to. So, yeah. So, I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh? That's quite romantic. How so? How... What? Did I Did I misread that? I don't... Eh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Like, yeah, I have no idea how you came to that conclusion. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time. That's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Yeah, no, she's my best friend. We've known each other for a really, really long time. She's the reason I'm here. Like, her parents apparently seem to be kind of negligent, and I've kind of filled in and helped her. But she's got like little sister, old friend, childhood friend points. Like, I gotta kind of keep her on track and help her with her shit, and she's a good kid, and I care about her, and it's all good, Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Technique? The world is full of meaning and often hidden deep beneath plain sight. Okay, so you're like, yeah, I'm gonna... Okay, cool. Yeah, you do that. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Also true. Cool. Ah. So, you think that there might be something behind it after all? It's like, nah, I think if you know this person that well and they're being dismissive and that's unusual, yeah. I think that Sayori is a very complex person. I agree she comes off as sort of not, but I think so that she is, yes. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what might be going on the inside of her head. And she may not always know what she wants. Do you think, I feel like, so you were like gonna be like after school you're gonna do like a psych thing. You're gonna like when you go into, I don't know if we're in middle school, high school, or about to go into college or whatever, but you seem like you got a little head for psychology here. You seem to know what's going. That's what I was thinking. I noticed her strange behavior today too. See, and she's on the same thing, and she doesn't even know her. She's just reading her book. And I also feel some concern for her. See, that's really all wholesome and sweet. She's just like, she seems so sweet and nice, and it's like, although it's like, seriously, the racer thing, like, I'm kind of like haunted by that. That's like really, like, it's like, why would you, what is happening to you? But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? It's like, again, she's like maybe my next door neighbor, or maybe not, but she's definitely lives in my neighborhood, and we're the same basic age, and, or close enough that, like, we have that sort of relationship and have known each other since childhood, as childhood friends. And again, it seems indicative that they haven't really gone too much into it, but her family may be absent or neglective, and she needs some help because she's not very good at taking care of herself, and maybe I need some help sometime too to take care of myself, and it's sort of like that. I mean, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Oh god, shit's about to get intense. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she is searching for something. Oh, she is scanning your mind with her magic goth girl powers. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. That won't work. It's too late. She's already inside. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. Again, also very wise. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware of were in you. That is, I take that. She would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. So basically she's like, hey, chump, I know you're a boy and it's hard for you to read the things about girls and stuff, but you guys like, the chemistry between you is obvious. You guys have this whole like long history thing, and it makes it sort of intimidating, but also she's kind of complicated and maybe she doesn't really like recognize her feelings for you are the way they are, or maybe she does and she's just waiting for you to mature to the same level or realize her feelings or decide if you're going to reciprocate or not, because you basically seem to be kind of a dumbass that isn't really getting it. Like, I don't know if you've reached that level of maturity. You just sort of are like, it's my friend from ever, like, my bestie there, like, that's it. Like, everybody keeps saying, like, oh, this or that. It's like, yeah, you're surrounded by a bunch of beautiful women that may have matured faster than you and may have a better understanding, and they get to hear how she talks about you all the time, and it's very clear to them that she has feelings, but you don't get to see that. You just get to see what you get to see, and it's the similar thing that it's always been since you guys were friends, basically, and you don't see the change that happens when you walk into the room. You know? You're the wind beneath her wings, kind of thing. You're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. Fucking nail, meet Mr. Hammer. Bam, that's me. So, I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Maybe. I just don't think maybe your feelings have grown to the point where you need more than a hammer to... Yeah, I don't know. That's a bad... That analogy didn't transfer over well. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? No, actually it is. I'm saying I'm kind of simple and you're complex and deep, and maybe Sayori is too, and maybe Sayori doesn't understand things, or maybe she does and maybe I don't, but you seem to understand both of the things that maybe either of us doesn't understand about ourselves or each other. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just gonna fucking Cowboy Bebop, you know, fucking Spike Spiegel it is. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, let's just go into the reading part, the portion. Just like, yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. I mean, I guess that makes sense, you know, you don't... What can you do? Monica's gotta talk, and you'll see how it goes. You gotta just sort of see how things play out, and hope that Monica doesn't poison her against you, because you're trying to be a good guy, and... I feel like Yuri had some positive things to say, and was not on anybody's side. Just trying to help in every way. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. It's like... Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Again, the whole tea set thing, that's... I'm just curious, like, where are you getting the water from? How are you heating it up? Like, is there, like... I mean, I feel like I shouldn't ask that, but go ahead and make your tea. Yeah, no, that's not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Puts drugs in the tea. One will make you smaller, and the other will make you big. Large. I don't know. I'm not gonna go into... I forgot the lyrics to that. Yeah, I didn't do that right. Yuri stands and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher, and I also fetches an electric kettle. So it's like a okay, so you just plug in the kettle. The kettle kind of does the thing. And you went, yeah, okay. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. I mean, I don't know how those things work, but it would strike me that you wouldn't want to plug it in until there's water already in it. just because I would assume that's how those things work. Because let's say you go get water and it's plugged in. If it's a basic appliance, it's going to be heating up that time. If there's no water in it, you're just going to be pouring water into a hot kettle. Be the same way as like if you put a kettle on the stove with no water in it, then poured water in it like 5 minutes later. It's just going to be like, and you don't need that. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves this really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. You know, it does actually kind of, as the president of the thing, it's like boy and girl of club leaving together. You know, you gotta, I mean, it feels like that's actually part of, like, one of her job. Like, that's, like, something she has to be aware of. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Oh! Yuri! Alright! What is happening here? I would have been like, you know what? It's... Okay, yeah, sure. It's a one-person thing. I was just offering... I'll sit down now. Like, like, there's no need for it to come to this. I'm impressed with Yuri. But to just be like, would you just please mind your own business. Just, she's being polite. But it's like, okay, let's see how this plays out. Or do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping involve technique in some club activities? It seems a stretch, but okay. My mouth agape. Yeah, now I'm like, there's some sort of girl world, fucking mean girls, like, and like, so here we watch Yuri and Monica. There's a moment, we're trying to get to the watering hole, but, Monica seems to have a problem with Yuri being escorted by the male chimpanzee, which is me. I don't know what... Yeah, no. Okay, cool. She's still smiling in her pose. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe she just wanted to talk to me about whatever she... Like, she left Sayori, and maybe she was trying to make an effort for that, but now I'm hanging out with Yuri, and... Now we won't have that conversation. Then let's go, Technique. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. Okay, we did a sideways, like the black white to scene change. I'm gonna end it just because I'm like, that was interesting. That's an interesting switch. I don't mind these little chapters taking longer if I make them a little shorter. I think that's probably a good move. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.